Hello everyone and be well everywhere you are. In this video I'm gonna show you the importance of curve creation uh, for an unstructured mesh type. This issue is more important when you wanna set boundary condition to separate surfaces. So the mesh belongs to every boundary condition should be separated. And now the creation of curves is an essential part of your work. So at first I import my geometry in STL format. These are the separate parts of my geometry. Actually, it's a nasal cavity as well as face tissue, and it includes different sinuses. For example, maxillary sinus, I don't know, a sphenoid sinus, and so on. Okay, from file. Maybe, okay. I turn on surfaces and parts are enabled. And so I use solid view. You know, the graphic is not perfect, so I use another option. It's better. Now I transparent all surfaces with this option. Okay, and as you know here, there is no curve in display tree, so all we have is surfaces. So with this state, I create an unstructured mesh to see what happens if we have no curves. Okay, I use unstructured type. It doesn't really matter the number of mesh elements or the quality of mesh elements. So I just apply and create an initial mesh. Robust or Act3, okay. And yes. It's processing. And mesh element. So here, just here, as you can see, the precision of mesh on the edges is not appropriate because of the lack of curve in these edges. Okay, so maybe because these all surfaces belong to a specific boundary condition named surrounding is not very important, but in other situations, for example, here it's so significant because as you can see here, the overlap of two meshes is not good, as you can see here, surrounding and face. it definitely will produce problems during your numerical simulation. So I'm going to create curves for the surfaces and then remesh the geometry. So I use curve option and exit curve from surfaces. Okay, surface, I disable transparent mode. So I disable mesh as well. And now I choose all surfaces. Okay, now we have curves in our geometry, as you can see here. Now I don't want to be so precise in curve creation. Okay, I should delete these curves that are unnecessary for our work. And as well as maybe there are duplicate curves in these regions. So I just want to show you the importance of curve, not the precise process of curve creation. So you can be precise in your geometry, depends on the accuracy you need. And again, I create an unstructured mesh. Yes, and replace. I'm still waiting to complete this process. Maybe the number of processors is not adequate to complete this process in a shorter time. I'll check it after this process. It seems that it's taking more time than the previous situation, the previous option, that there was no curve. Okay, as you can see here, the edge of mesh elements coincide with geometry curves. And here, because of the size of this problem is due to the size of mesh, and it doesn't really matter. During the grid study process, it'll solve. Okay, so now we capture each boundary condition exactly and precisely, and there is no problem. This is because of mesh size. This mesh is too coarse to capture all feature of our geometry. It doesn't really matter. And it will be solved during the grid generation. Okay, and every boundary has its own and precise mesh elements. Okay, we're done here, and let me just check the number of processors using general option. Number of processors, the as you can remember, the process of creating mesh in the second option with curves was longer than normal because just one processor was being used. So I'm gonna set it 0, and now you can change 1 to 8 because the maximum number of processors available in my system is 8 processors. Note that I hit 0 button and it turned to 8. So each process will be done more quickly. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know by sending me an email or leave me a comment below this video. Thank you so much.